And then we'll be back from the break. Let's continue with business today. The Uganda National Bureau of Standards has released a report following the death of 17 people who consumed a local gin known as CT5. The report that was presented by David Bahati, the State Minister for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, indicates that the manufacturers used methanol instead of ethanol, which is not safe for human consumption. We have the details to this report.
The Uganda National Bureau of Standards has distanced itself from certifying Ruruwiri Company for manufacturing of Gin 5. According to the report from Bureau that was read by David Bahati, the State Minister for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, this company used products like methanol that is harmful for human consumption.
Noted that he had certified Rururu fruit wine to produce semi-sweet, still stable pineapple wine. So on that one we had certified it. After undergoing conformity assessment and that the same Ruruwiri fruit wine had attempted to apply for certification of CT5 pineapple flavored gin, which failed the laboratory analysis for having low alcohol content, which was below 37.5% volume required of a gin as per specifications of the standard. Therefore, Gin 5 had not yet been certified by UNBS for conformity to the relevant standards and therefore should not have been in production or for sale to the public.
Local leaders have always asked Parliament to hasten the enactment of the Psychoactive Substance Control Act, the repeal of the Liquor and Enguli Act to regulate alcohol and drug abuse in the country.
Cause of death for the people who consumed the CT5 was due to excessive adulteration of the gin with methanol, which was found to be between 17 to 16,183 times, far more higher than permissible level of 50 milligrams per liter.
Uganda has a lot of local manufacturers of illicit waraji, which is widely supplied all over the country. This locally made waraji sometimes has claimed people's lives.
Other illicit waraji cannot be regulated by UNBS. The UNBS regulation for alcohol products is for the established manufacturers. These that distill and pack. So the challenge that we have found with illicit traders is that they deal and mix the alcohol without following the requirements of the standards. So we've been doing a lot of enforcement around the country to crack down on the illicit traders, those that are making alcohol without following the procedures and the requirements of the UNBS. Yes.
We continue with more from business today as we look at the increasing prices of construction materials in the country. The prices of construction materials in Uganda have shot up since the start of the year, making it more difficult in the construction sector. Martha Nimsima researched on different prices of the construction housing materials, and she has the report.
The traders dealing in construction materials have complained about the increasing prices of the materials, which has affected the entire business out. Speaking with Bagacha Renaud, a seller of construction materials, emphasizes that some construction materials are not made from Uganda, hence high importation taxes, which results into increasing prices.
Manufacturing it here, so we are getting it from China, Tanzania, and the problem is the importation taxes on the borders. That is one. Then another challenge is the business is now as saturated, like many people are dealing in it.
Renaud has also requested the government to help them reduce the tax tariffs at the border.
On the borders, that is the Revenue Authority and the government of Museveni. So that's what we need, because the business is good, profits are made.
Chimera Abdul Rahab, a dealer in construction materials, says that the government should decrease the taxes and use the budget miscellaneous to top up the losses. This will help the market grow as a solution.
Decrease the taxes. For example, it was 50%, put 45%. Then the government use the other budget of miscellaneous and tops the 5%, which helps the market to move. It helps the market to move using the bread theory.
The construction materials whose prices have highly increased are cement, which has increased from 23,000 Ugandan shillings to 35,000 Ugandan shillings. A 12 milliliter iron bar went from 36,000 Ugandan shillings to 48,000 Ugandan shillings, while a piece of 28 kg iron sheet is sold at 73,000 Ugandan shillings from its initial price, shillings 37,000, only 12 months ago. Martha Nimsima, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.
Seems everything is getting high lately, isn't it? All right, now lastly from Business Today, we look at the transition in public transport. Individuals and companies worldwide are undergoing radical changes in their transportation systems with the advent of advances in technology. Forgetting the uncomfortable taxis, public transport has been streamlined better, professionalized, even far beyond, where there has come the existence of online transport companies. All the details in this report.
With the aim of revolutionizing the public transportation sector using technology-driven solutions, many companies have come up to provide solutions to the long existing problems involved with public transportation.
Everyone, including if you've not yet noticed, has a pain point, has a transport pain point. Let's, for example, let me give you an example. If you really wanted to move, let's say, from one district to another right now, you will realize that you need to quickly go to the bus park or to the old taxi park and jump on a taxi. But you are not sure that you'll find a bus, and you're not even sure that you find available seats or that you will find the seat that you want to sit on, and you don't even know how much that seat costs. What if you find the bus has already filled up? Or let's say you work in an organization and you want to move from to go and do your company errands. You want to go to the field and you've been given per diem. How sure are you that the vehicle you're going to use has been serviced properly and that the driver who is taking you is professional enough?
Public transport in Uganda is largely dominated by taxis and bodabodas, which are characterized by unstable prices, overloading, and according to the 2022 Road Safety Report, bodabodas are the #1 cause of road traffic accidents due to their reckless driving.
Inefficiency in the transport industry. So transport is one of those services that is highly demanded for by everyone at whatever level or status they are in life. At one point, anyone would have a mobility issue. But there are also so many service providers in the market. However, they are also very unprofessional. So it's not even just about the pricing, it's just about the standard of the service.
Online transport companies continue to face a number of challenges, hindering their existence in many African countries, including Uganda, as the TRIPS country director explains.
The very low internet penetration in Uganda, for example. In as much as we think people own smartphones, we only have about 20 million smartphones in a population of over 45 million people. We still struggle with very slow network. We actually have low adaptability. People are still using the internet for just communication. So the low technology adoption in Uganda is still a pain point for solutions like TRIPS to cut through the market and reach as many people as possible. The other challenge that we keep facing is that is the point of trust. So before the internet, in the early inception of internet in Uganda, a number of wrong elements took advantage of the internet and really caused a lot of challenges that people are still healing from. And this is making it extremely difficult for so many other good technologies to actually cut through the market.
Unlike the rudimentary public transport used by majority middle class and lower class Ugandans, these transport companies take an extra mile to put into consideration the customers' experiences while on their journeys.
So we take care of our customers. We collect feedback after each and every trip. So that way we are able to keep a certain standard, a good standard of our services.
So with the customer, we want to make sure that every single customer we serve actually returns back to us. And it's actually been in one of our values that we put the customer first at all costs.
The COVID-19 pandemic was a blessing in disguise for the transport innovators, as many more companies and people embraced online transport networks to ferry essential workers to and from work. And when asked about the future of this innovation in Uganda, he says,
As much as COVID had a lot of negative consequences, also COVID brought technology adoption closer by almost 5 years. We saw people start to work from home. We saw people start to rely on the internet and on innovations that are being built on the internet to consume a number of services, and transportation was one of them. So I believe if you asked me in 2019 that how long are we going to take to have a mass adoption of transport networks that are being built online, I would have told you maybe 10 years. But now I can tell you that in the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to see everything that needs transportation being operated online. We have already seen fleet management solutions that bus operators, lorry operators, cargo, logistics, all of them are now relying on digital solutions to be able to handle right from fleet to mechanics to everything. We are now going to see a new shift.
Mary Great Nachiganda, Business Today, Smart 24 TV, driving business.
Driving business indeed. You've been a wonderful audience and a wonderful viewer wherever you are. We've been coming to you live from Plot 42 Nile Avenue. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko with Winnie Williams and Aka with you on sign language, taking it from there. This is your daily report, and we shall surely do it tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. But before that, I would leave you with a business quote coming in from Teresa Collins, who says a successful business requires one simple thing, and that's passion. Your passion, or the love and the desire you have to do something, will definitely push you for success and push you into driving your business more successfully than any other. We are Smart 24 TV, and we definitely drive business. Have a blessed night. Good evening.